when you're dealing with absolute values, you may recall that if I have something like the absolute value of x equals 7, and I ask you, what number could x be? You would say, -7 or 7. There are two answers. So x equals -7 or x equals 7. Or in other words, the stuff on the inside equals the stuff on the outside, or the stuff on the inside equals the opposite of the stuff on the outside. Let me show you what I mean. In our particular problem here, what I'm trying to tell you is either the x squared plus 3x is equal to the minus 2x plus 4, or the x squared plus 3x that I see in there is equal to the opposite of all of that stuff, negative 2x plus 4. Just like the 7 and the -7. So the stuff in the blue is like the 7, and the stuff in the pink is like the -7. It's either equal to what you see, or it's opposite. That's how absolute value works, because it's talking about a distance from a center. So what I do is I solve two equations. And when I solve those two equations, then I get my answers. So let's look at the blue. I'm looking at the blue, and I want to solve this. So I'm going to get everything to one side, because I'm looking at a quadratic equation, and if I can set it equal to 0, I can use the quadratic formula or factor. So I get x squared plus 5x minus 4 equals 0. And I'm pretty sure that that does not factor, which is kind of annoying for me. Maybe you don't care, but it really bugs me. So now I have to do the quadratic formula. So in doing the quadratic formula, I know that x is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all of that, all over 2 times a. And then I just simplify it. So x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of, and this is 25 when I square the 5. -4 times 1 times -4 is 16. So I put those together and I get 41. And that's all over 2. There are two answers being represented here. There's the -5 plus radical 41. And then there's the -5 minus the radical 41 all over 2. There's both. So that's for the blue. For the pink, I'm going to simplify that as well. So I get x squared plus 3x equals 2x minus 4. Notice how the things that were on the right-hand side both changed sign. And then get everything to one side. So x squared minus, plus 1x plus 4 equals 0. And then here as well, I don't think that factors, which is also kind of annoying. So then I have, what, did I make a mistake?
No, never mind.
I'm minusing off 2x, and
Yeah.
I don't think so. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. What do you notice? You're square rooting a negative. So there are no solutions in here. You have a negative number under the radical, so you can't get any answers from that particular problem.